So the latest update that we have got in this midpoint of the World Cup is in this match Australia versus the Netherlands at the Arun Jaitley Stadium in New Delhi. The Netherlands have lost the toss. It's Australia who have chosen to bat. And the major change that we are all expecting, whether Travis Head is going to come back, no, it's not happening. Travis Head, he was given time until the morning to figure out whether he could be fed, whether he could not be fed. But unfortunately, a few more days now, that's what Pat Cummins mentioned at the toss, that Travis Head will not be there. But there is one change though. Marcus Stoinis has come up with an injury, and that is why Cameron Green has replaced him in the team. Now, as far as this match is concerned, very, very important that Australia don't slip up, just like how South Africa did against the Netherlands. Because remember, two back-to-back wins, they are in contention now for that fourth spot. But if they lose today, then I think Australia's chances take a massive, massive hit in that
In
sense.
fact, a very good opportunity for them to grab these 2 points and make their position much more stronger in the top four. Also, good opportunity for the batsmen to chip in with the runs, as Steve Smith hasn't joined the party as of now. Labuschagne has gotten another chance in this batting lineup because Travis Head still hasn't recovered and, as you mentioned, hasn't made it to the 11. So Labuschagne could make those big runs and give the Australian side a good headache when it comes when Travis Head is back and someone has to replace him. Also, the Cameron Green has gotten the opportunity again. He was Stoinis had come in place of him, so an opportunity for all the Australian team to get their confidence up as the business end of the tournament is coming near.
So this is the current situation that we have got now. Okay, Australia, if you look at it, they are batting. David Warner and Mitchell Marsh have fired. That is the reason why they got the win against Pakistan. But in the previous games, if you look at it, the middle order did chip in a bit. But as Shashwat pointed out, Steve Smith not contributing, Marnus Labuschagne not contributing much. David Warner, on the other hand, hit a brilliant 150. Marsh hit a superb 100. Green also, if you look at it, has not fired. But the main worry is Glenn Maxwell.
Yeah.
Glenn Maxwell is the only individual who's not done that much. I mean, when Warner and Marsh gave them that excellent platform, Maxwell didn't step up to the party. Got out for a first ball duck. So if he fires, and the pitch here, as they have said, it is very, very good for batting. Less grass, there's a bit of sheen on the wicket, and it is a little soft, but it will mean that plenty of runs are on offer.
Exactly.
The same pitch that was used in the South Africa-Sri Lanka match as well.
Delhi's wicket has been a belter, and the Australian side would fancy their chances. We should not forget David Warner would be really looking forward to this game because it is his home game, home side also. Delhi Capitals. He played the season for Delhi since a couple of seasons, so he knows the ground pretty well. The wicket is absolutely set up for someone like a David Warner, someone like a Marsh, Maxwell. A flat wicket, the pickup shots he plays, it would be very suitable for Maxwell to get his confidence and some runs in this tournament now.
But I would disagree with you that this is Warner's home ground. I mean, yes, he's had a couple of seasons, but he's a Hyderabad boy. David Warner, Sunrisers Hyderabad, the bond is very, very deep at this point in time. So that's why it is a wonderful homecoming of sorts, as you said. I mean, David Warner, Mitchell Marsh both have played for the Delhi Capitals. And looking at it, Maxwell, RCB guy, but boy, can he get the big runs on this particular wicket if he gets going. The problem with Maxwell is that, and this is the contest that I'm looking forward to, Roelof Vandermerwe versus Glenn Maxwell. Maxwell would want to go for the attack, but he will throw his wicket away because Roelof Vandermerwe is a very, very crafty bowler. Now, looking at the Netherlands lineup also, they are also got problems. Their top order has not been firing. Because the likes of Vikramjit Singh and Max O'Dowd, they are not firing. But the likes of Scott Edwards, Teja Nidamanuru, and the lower middle order, if you look at it, that has been the key in Netherlands securing that victory against South Africa. They did put up a fight, but now it seems that Australia, they rarely lose to the minnow teams. But this World Cup we have seen, do not take any side lightly. Netherlands pulled off an upset. Afghanistan have won two games
Out of.
And remember, the ones who are at the bottom, it's the defending world champions England. They are at the bottom of the pile. Australia are fourth, Pakistan are fifth, Afghanistan are sixth because of net run rate issues. Australia will want a big win today because if you look at the top three, they have a positive net run rate. After that, all the others are in a negative territory as far as we are concerned. So today this match in Delhi is very, very important for Australia because now the schedule will become cramped for some teams. Australia, after this, 3 days later, they are going to face New Zealand in Dharamshala, and that is a day game.
Yeah.
Then, if you look at Sri Lanka, England, India, and all the India will play England on 29th, but England will be taking on Sri Lanka tomorrow. South Africa will be taking on Pakistan in Chennai, and that's why this mid-table scramble is now going to become much, much more chaotic now that we are into the business end of this
Yeah,
tournament.
exactly. And I feel that Australia, because of the net run rate is going to be a very big factor when it comes up. If the teams that someone like in England, if they make a comeback in this tournament, a Pakistan, if they make a comeback in this tournament, then it's all going to come down to the net run rate. So Australia, I think a very big reason for them batting first also is that they are thinking about that net run rate already because they know that is going to play a very big factor when it comes to their qualification. So they would be really excited to go out and score a very big total and get rid of the Dutch as soon as possible.
As soon as possible, indeed. So this is the teams that are there. I'll again read it out for you. Pat Cummins said that Stoinis has had a dodgy calf, and that is why he's been replaced by Cameron Green. So this is the batting lineup and the playing 11 for Australia. David Warner, Mitchell Marsh, they'll open. Steve Smith, Marnus Labuschagne, Josh Inglis. Remember, Inglis was the guy who did really, really well in the game against Sri Lanka. Then Glenn Maxwell, big game for him because he needs runs. Cameron Green, Pat Cummins, Mitchell Starc, Josh Hazelwood, and Adam Zampa. Remember, when Adam Zampa's done well, Australia's done well. Then, if you look at the Netherlands team, there is absolutely no changes in their lineup. Vikramjit Singh, Max O'Dowd, Colin Ackerman, Bas de Leede, Tejan Nidamanuru, Scott Edwards, Sybran Engelbrecht. Remember, Engelbrecht also did well with the bat. Logan Winbeek, Roelof van der Merwe, Aryan Dutt, Paul van Meckeren. So that is the lineup that has served them very well in the last two games. I mean, against Netherlands and against South Africa and Sri Lanka. Now they are going to ensure that maybe they give Australia a good fight. And remember, this is the wicket where Afghanistan had caused England an upset. But remember, as a belter, it wasn't. It was a proper spinning deck which became difficult to bat on in the night time. Here, whichever teams have batted first, with the exception of the India-Afghanistan game, they have actually done well.
Yeah.
So let us.
Netherlands have punched above their weight. They have.
Yes.
So much wasn't expected out of them. They have got a couple of 200s also against big teams. So they would give them a good fight. But Australia would definitely want to win this one with a very big margin. And adding on to the Maxwell point, he has done decently well with the ball. And that confidence of his bowling hasn't reflected in his batting also. So he would really want and fancy his chances today for a very big
Indeed.
score.
So Dex, let's take some comments here. Dex is saying Australia will come very hard and will destroy the Dutch easily today. Yeah, they start as the overwhelming favourites, Dex. But it is very important to understand that this team, the Netherlands, can't take them lightly after they defeated South Africa. And remember, South Africa are second on the table. Sure, that wicket was different, but this wicket, and this is the point that I'll do it freaking awesome, is the wicket used for the first two games or the one used in the game England versus Afghanistan, freaking awesome. This is the wicket that was used in the South Africa-Sri Lanka match. And we all saw how that was. It was an absolute batting belter there. So, and Shreyansh Pudipati is like saying, as it stands, we are getting New Zealand versus South Africa semi-final, and it would be a heartbreak for genuine cricket fans because either of the teams have final chance to win. Yeah, I mean, looking at the situation now, if the table ends today, and it's a New Zealand South Africa semi-final, a repeat of 2015 all over again. You could have a 2015 situation. India going undefeated, facing Australia in the semi-final. That's where
We would not want it to end the way that 2015 World Cup ended.
yeah, that's the problem. Because see, the team looks settled, but now that's a different discussion altogether. Unless each facet collapses, then and only then maybe India can lose. But at this point, at home, you don't expect India to lose or fold up that tamely indeed. So that is the current situation that we have. Any other further comments? Are we seeing a 450 today? No. I would say somewhere in the range of 350 if they bat well. 350.
I think 370.
Let's see. But let's see this
Is
Dutch.
that too optimistic?
I think it is too optimistic. But then we don't know. On a flat deck in Bengaluru, the Australian batters against a slightly better bowling lineup notched up 370. What is the guarantee that they will not get to 400 today with the Dutch bowling lineup? But then the Dutch bowlers, see, Roelof van der Merwe, Paul van Meckeren, they're all disciplined bowlers. And also looking at Logan van Beek, Bas de Leede, they all have the capability. But then whether they can hit the right lengths on this Arun Jaitley Stadium wicket remains to be seen in a big, big way. So
because it's a different kind of a wicket that they won their game on. That was a very different wicket, and this is a belter. They need to hit the hard lens, and they need to consistently do that to put the Australians under pressure.
Yep.
So it will be a different kind of challenge for them.
it will be. King D saying they should have scheduled 2 matches in a day and get rid of these small, boring matches.
Let's not
no,
talk about the
King D.
scheduling.
Let's not. I don't agree with that. See, nothing is called a boring match in a World Cup. I mean, see, had Netherlands lost to South Africa, had Afghanistan not beaten England and Pakistan, then we could have agreed that yes, all the games where they feature in are boring. But Afghanistan did win 2 games. Then South Africa also won a game, lost a game to the Netherlands. So that's why all these games, it's very harsh to call them a very boring game as such. I mean, see, overwhelming favorites are Australia, but you don't want that situation to crop up at this point. So that is the current situation that we have. Australia have opted to bat at the Arun Jaitley Stadium. One change for them. Cameron Green in, and there is no there is no Marcus Stoinis rather. Why no Head today? Shreyans Pudipatti is asking. See, the problem is Travis Head was given a chance until the morning, but then he still was feeling a bit of soreness, and that's why a couple
And
of
they
days.
wouldn't want to risk him in a Netherlands game because they know the business end of the tournament is coming near. They have much more important games coming up.
See, they have got 2 games now. I get that they have to really focus their attention on. One is New Zealand on October 28th, and then in November you've got England. So if those 2 games, if they can do it, then I feel that because the next games are against Bangladesh and Afghanistan, you would want to see Australia win that. But Afghanistan is in Mumbai, Bangladesh is in Pune. 2 slow decks. Maybe, who knows what can happen. But the 2 major games for Australia after this are October 28th against New Zealand in Dharamshala, which is a day game. And then on November 4th, if memory serves me right, it's against England in Ahmedabad.
Yeah.
So they have to be very wary of that. So let's see what Australia do. My prediction is somewhere, if the pitch is as good as they say it is.
Let's not predict the score today. Let's predict the batsman who's going to get the most runs today.
I would predict the score and the batter. Score, I would say 370. The batsman who might prosper, again, I think is David Warner.
Score 370, and I'm going to go with Mitchell Marsh.
Mitch Marsh, not a bad shout indeed. So that is the situation we have now. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live. And don't forget to download the SportsTalk mobile app for all the information you need in English and Hindi. Bye-bye.